Hey guys, I have seen the finale to House of the Dragon season 3, and I have to say this was hands down the best episode of the season, in my opinion. I thought it was really cool how the season began with a fight and ended with a fight. That was really cool. I'm so glad they did it like that. And it was very fast paced. The characters were really great. The writing was great. I gotta say, it was much better than season 2, because season 2 was definitely, I think, the weakest one for sure. But yeah, season 3 was just amazing. I was so impressed by what they were able to pull off with the series. So much happened, but in a good way. It was like very fast paced, but it was in a good way. Like, I felt like the execution of everything that went down was just done so well. So the fight itself, though, in the finale was just so brutal. I liked how they didn't hold back on anything here. And I kind of felt like with the first fight they had in the beginning of season 3, I felt like that no one really won here. And it happened again for the finale, but it was even worse. So, in the final episode, a lot of bad stuff happens during the fight. I did call some of it, but not all of it, and I was really shocked with one part. So, the first thing that goes wrong with the final battle in Tumbleton, of course, is when the bastard he's not really a bastard, but like Orman, I call him one because I hate him. He was a horrible character. Um, he decided to have children put, I think, on the top of Tumbleton to kind of mock Damon, to kind of challenge him to, come after these kids. But Damon didn't care because his queen did tell him to take down all the high towers there. So he was just going to follow his queen's orders. And he really didn't give a damn. So that sucked. And I felt really bad for Darren and Gwen because I gotta say these two characters, they are like so good. Like they have like a pure heart to them. And they were probably two of the only ones there that really felt bad for the situation. Like they felt bad for the people in Tumbleton. They felt bad for the children that Oren was using for the fight. Like that to me told me that these two characters have to live. I hope they live because oh my god, they are such saints compared to everyone else. They are truly good souls. And oh my god, that part I just felt bad for them there. And then after that, I'm like Orman gets pissed off because in the last episode we found out that Ulf switched sides to Orman because he is done with Team Black. Because Damon has been getting after him and all that. The Queen has too. But here's the thing though. I feel like Ulf doesn't care. He doesn't care about the situation he's in. He's unaware that he's even, I think, in war to begin with, which is crazy. He's just so stupid. He doesn't give a damn. He just wants to drink and have fun and hang out with friends. Like, he really acts like he's not in war. And I'm like, bro, do you not know what's happening? Like, you're in a freaking civil war between two families, and you're acting like a total idiot. And, oh my god, what happens here, and I called this, he got wasted. So when Orman found him, he was in the toilet taking a dump, and he fell asleep. So in front of everyone, he beats him up. And he had it coming. He really did, because that was just like, bro, you're gonna fight. The war's gonna begin, and like you're just there chilling. Like, oh my god, I couldn't believe that. Like, so he switched sides to just screw up the other dude anyway. Like, Ulf is just untrustworthy to another level, and I'm like, bro, oh my god. So he gets really pissed off at Orman after that beatdown. Because again, he has a mentality where he wants to have fun and all that. He doesn't want to be treated like dirt from anyone. And he does get on his dragon to go burn down Damon's army, which really sucked. It sucked because they were cheering for Ulf when he showed up, but they weren't aware that he had switched sides and he was burning down their army, which was just like, oh man. And it just gets worse from here. It just gets worse and worse from here. So then until we cut back to Orman, who is trying to get away from like say Roddy the Ruin because he is determined to kill him. And like Roddy's just been killing everyone left and right with his axe. That dude was a freaking powerhouse. He was teamed up, I think, with Oscar Tully, with that really cool kid that had a lot of guts. And I think that Roddy's a Stark dude, which makes sense because that family's nuts in a good way. So he goes after Orman. They get into a brutal fight. It was really hard for me to watch. Like Orman gets hit in the face with a shield. I think his teeth hit it first. Then it got into his neck. Then after that, he gets the upper hand and Roddy stabs him, cuts off his arm. But then the idiot Norman, because his weakness is smell, he started gagging when I cut the dude's arm off. And then the other guy saw that as an opportunity to stab Orman up. Like, I can't really say, it's really disturbing. I'll just say up his nether regions. He stabbed him up there, and it was so satisfying to watch that, because I'm like, that's what you get, you piece of crap. Orman, he's one of the worst villains in Game of Thrones history. I hated him. And watching him die like that was just awesome. And then Ulf sees him, and then after he burns down the majority of Daemon's army, he goes after Orman and burns up him and Roddy. But that to me was so funny because like Roddy was cheering for his death and Orman was like terrified. That got me so bad. That's how you kill a villain. And damn, I gotta say that I was really sad with Roddy. That dude was a powerhouse, but I was just like, oh man. Like, but I just thought it was so funny. The two different reactions from both of them was just, that was funny. But then it gets really dark after this because like Ulf is burning down the whole Tumbleton. Like he doesn't give a damn anymore. And that's what shocked me. Because I assumed that he would only kill Orman. No, he proceeded to burn down Tumbleton. Completely burn it down. And I was just like, oh no, this is evil. And again, look, this is going to sound kind of crazy for me to say this, but I didn't really, look, I did feel bad when Ulf was burning down Team Black, but at the same time, they're still the villains of the show, right? Because again, both teams suck. You know, like Team Black and Team Green, they are getting innocent people murdered. They're getting them killed because of their stupid war. So that's why I didn't really feel bad for them. But I felt very sorry for Tumbleton because Tumbleton was innocent. Because of the bastard Orman, he captured that town and he brought war to their doorstep. And Ulf killed everybody there. Like literally, he scorched so many of them. And there's a part that made me really depressed, but there's a part with Daemon that he's fighting, I think, like Orman's right-hand man. I think his name was Rox. Don't remember his name, but I think it is Rox. They're fighting each other, and I was surprised to see like Daemon getting fumbled. No, wait, humbled, sorry. Both use of words, I'm very sorry there. Excuse me. And then, I was surprised to see, yes, like Daemon get beat like that, because he's like very strong himself, but I guess that dude really got him bad. And, well, he sees like Ulf like burn down something, and he gets saved from that dude from getting killed, because I think something fell in front, I think between both of them, so they were fine, both of them. And then when Daemon gets back up, he's seeing the aftermath of the war. He's seeing like people that are burning, that are screaming, crying, dead bodies, children. Like, it's really horrible. And I was surprised to see Daemon actually have a heart here. Because, again, he didn't really give a damn when he burned down the gates with his dragon. But to be fair, though, he did tell the kids to get him out of the way. But he still burned it down anyway. I'm sure he killed some kids in the process. So, yeah. But that was kind of like, oh, for a moment, because I'm like, oh, wow. I think he actually felt bad. The one thing I'll give Daemon is this, though. He burned down partial Tumbleton, but that was not his goal. He did not want to burn down the city at all. And it took a bastard like Ulf to do it. And it's just so sad that that's what it led to. It was just so brutal. This episode was so dark and gloomy, and I'm so glad they didn't give it down with the fight. They just didn't care. Like, I really felt like that no one won here, because their main piece, that was Ulf, he betrayed both teams so badly, He left so much destruction behind, and the idiot now has a massive target on his back. Like, both teams are going to be hunting him down so relentlessly, he better be terrified. And another thing too that caught me off guard after the fight was I was like Gwaine when he like survived the fight surprisingly, and he was trying to look for Darren, but he was nowhere to be seen. I think that Darren maybe took his dragon and left. I know that he kept saying that he did not want to flee, but I think after they had seen what Ulf was doing, I think they realized, oh man, we got to get the hell out of here. Maybe that's what happened with Darren, and I wouldn't blame him because again, he's a kid. He's very young. He's not like his other brothers, like Aegon and Aemon. He's an innocent, kind of like his sister. He's like a very good guy, and I felt bad for him. And honestly, if he did leave, I wouldn't blame him. I honestly thought that the two of them were actually going to get on his dragon and get the hell out of there at first, but I think maybe Darren left on his own. And I felt really sorry for him there because that's just a lot of trauma, just knowing that your uncle Ormond did all that damage. It's just really sad. And another thing too, which really shocked me, was the Aegon and Aemon team up. I did not think they were gonna team up. I really thought that Aegon was gonna have a grudge against Aemon, build up his own army and kill him at some point. I also was surprised too that he wanted to go to Tumbleton. I think in the next season what's gonna happen is that they're gonna show up at Tumbleton, but it's gonna be already burned to the ground. And they're probably gonna be thinking, oh, someone beat us to it. In a funny, dark humor way. I think that could happen next season, my guess. But yeah, that was surprising. I was like, okay, that's gonna be very interesting to see that. Um Another thing too with the main character, the queen, I'm not on her side anymore at all. To be fair, I've never been on anyone's side. I've only been on her side since maybe season 2. But then when season 3 came around, I was having a hard time. Because she really has become insane. Like, I don't know. And again, I get that she doesn't know how to handle being a queen. It's like that responsibility was just thrown on her. I just think she's just gone totally crazy. She's lost a lot of people, her sons, her daughter, her dad. She's losing too many people and she's going crazy. She also lost were they cousins, right? I think her name was like Rhaenyra. I think they were cousins. I'm trying to remember how they were like related, but she lost her too. She's lost a lot of people to this fight. And seeing her embrace her cruel soul was kind of disturbing at the end because she realized that she must become the worst version of herself to even thrive as a queen. And it was so cold when she found that her sister jumped out a window. And you would think there would be some compassion, shock. There was nothing. She just closed the window and that was the end of the episode, which I was like, whoa, that is messed up of you. Like, why would you not even show anything? And she wasn't innocent. Her half-sister was actually a very good person. She was just like Darren. She's not evil, and it was really sad the way she died. And the worst part was that she was pregnant and she had another kid, a daughter, that's now alone in the kingdom with that queen. And who knows what's going to happen here. I do have one crazy theory, though, with how I think the show could end with the queen. So, after she found out that her sister jumped out the window, she found something she had been slowly making throughout season 3. It was some kind of like banner? Would you call it a banner? Blanket? I don't know. But she had stitched out her death, her sister, and then she did a picture of the queen on the throne. She's holding a sword. The dragons are burning, it looks like it, and there is blood coming from her crown, like dripping down her body in the image. I have a theory as to what's going to happen to her. I think that she's going to die on the throne somehow. In some way, she's going to die on there. And another crazy theory I should mention too is Damon. The part when he was watching everyone, the aftermath of the fight, when he's watching people suffer and all that, I think what's gonna happen is that the queen's gonna find out about everything, right? She might not even care. I gotta be honest, I feel like she's just now entered her cruel self now, that she won't even care what happened to the people. She'll be like, oh, that's a shame kind of moment. Just really messed up. And I think that Damon is probably gonna start to change. Maybe he's gonna try and get away from her at some point. And maybe he'll realize, crap, she's gone too far. I gotta get out of here. I think that might happen with his character. That's my theory. But again, it's hard to predict him too because he was smiling in the beginning of the episode when she was telling him to go kill the Hightowers. He wants to fight. He wants war. But I think maybe he's gonna start regretting it. After that episode, it kind of told me he has a heart. So maybe they're both gonna go in opposite directions with their characters. I think the queen's gonna become the bad one, and then the prince is gonna become the good one. I think that could happen too, which would be really interesting if they go down that route. And it would make sense because Damon has been showing a lot more emotion in season 3, in my opinion. The queen has been like experiencing a downward spiral. So yeah, I think he's gonna be the one becoming the good one in Team Black. Maybe he'll realize I gotta get the hell out of here. Screw this team, I'm out. And if he does that, I wouldn't blame him. But again, he chose to be a part of it, so and he's at fault for a lot of things too. So I don't know. His character I have a hard time liking sometimes too, because again, they've all done horrible things. Like I can't really root for any team. They're all bad people in their own way. And there are some innocent ones in there, like the poor half sister that jumped out the window. Um, then Darren and Gwen, like they're like they're truly good people, and I hope they get at least a happy ending. Those two, because I don't want them to die. I don't want to see like any more good people die. I hope they get out. But yeah, this was a very brutal finale. I really enjoyed it. Um, yeah, I'm very excited for season 4. I have a lot of questions for what's going to happen to all the characters. It's going to be a crazy finale. I have a feeling it's going to be a great final season. I hope they don't mess anything up. I mean, they got 2 years to accomplish it, right? So maybe they'll be fine. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a good season. I'm looking forward to what they have in store for us. I am so excited to see how the war is going to end. Because at this point, everyone deserves to die. They all do, except for some of the few good ones. But they all deserve to die, all of them. I hope they all get toasted or something by their dragons. Okay. Oh yeah, something I should mention before I end the video. Hey, by the way, I'm actually going to buy the House of the Dragon book, Fire and Blood, at some point. It might be this month or next month. I'm actually gonna do a video on it because I have been seeing a lot of comments online about people saying that the book is very different from the show. So I'm probably gonna read it first before. I mean, I got plenty of time until the final season comes out. I'm gonna do a video on the book because I'm very curious to see what kind of differences have been made. And I'm curious to see what possible ending I'm gonna come up with in my head. Because I'm sure it's gonna have a bad ending for Team Black and Team Green, right? Because it's just going overboard at this point for all of them. So I'm curious to see the differences, to like really think on it, because I know fans have been dissing the show because of the book. They claim it's better than the show, which again, I'm a bit different when it comes to that. For me personally, the story has to be good. If it's good, then I'll enjoy it. But I am gonna read the book. I might compare them. I'm just curious to see what kind of differences have been made. But yeah, I'm excited to read the story. I can't wait to read it. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out.